pick up a magazine because the cover caught your eye, but it was the headline that convinced you to read the article. Your LinkedIn headline works the same way. It's what gets people to stop scrolling and pay attention to your profile. And in today's video, day 3 of my LinkedIn series, I'm going to run you through various ways you can structure your headline, as well as my preferred choice as a former recruiter and hiring manager. So if you've not yet done so, hit the subscribe button so you can keep pace with everything I'm going to share with you in the coming days. For now though, let's dive into your LinkedIn headline. Now here's a little experiment for you. Run a search for any job title on LinkedIn. Now what do you see? I guarantee it's some version of job title at company. Now how do I know that? It's because it's LinkedIn's default and that's what most people use. But here's the thing, if you're using that format, you're blending in with everyone else. And I'm guessing that that's not what you want, right? So you need to stand out and the headline is your chance to do that. Now, I care about your success and after reviewing thousands of LinkedIn profiles, I want to tell you that the best headlines have 2 elements. So number 1, relevant industry words. Now, these are the words that are directly related to the jobs that you're targeting. They're the technical skills, the industry terms, and the job titles that recruiters are actually searching for. Now, number 2, a unique value proposition. Now this is what makes you different and it's what you offer that no one else does. A great headline tells people why they should care about what you bring to the table. So think about your achievements and the problems that you've helped your employers solve. Now here's something a lot of people don't realize. LinkedIn works just like Google. So when recruiters are searching candidates, they're using specific keywords. Now your headline is one of the first places LinkedIn looks when matching profiles to those searches. So if your headline doesn't have the right keywords, you're not going to show up in those search results. And I'm sorry people, but recruiters aren't searching for rock stars, unicorns, game changers, or thought leaders. Now while those words might make you sound great, they aren't job titles. So stick to clear industry specific keywords and job titles that will actually get you found. Now let's talk about how to find the right keywords for your headline. Now it's a lot simpler than you might think. Now here's what I want you to do. So find 5 to 10 job descriptions for the roles that you're targeting and then copy and paste them all into a tool like wordcounter.com and run a scan. Now what you'll get is a list of the most commonly used words across those job descriptions. Now focus on the top 5 to 10 keywords that are specific to the job and the industry, especially the hard skills. So if you work in software engineering, you might list expertise in Java, Python, or API development. Now, as a digital marketer, you might focus on Google Analytics, PPC advertising, and email automation. Or if you're in the biopharma sector, you might list the specific therapeutic areas that you have experience in. Now, it's these hard skills, specific areas of expertise or experience that you have that you need in your headline because they're the ones recruiters are searching for. Now, if you're still struggling with this, you should take a look at my Career Growth Accelerator program where I help with all aspects of the job search through a mixture of online content and personalized one-to-one coaching calls. I'll drop a link in the description below. But next, let's talk about your value proposition. Now, this is what sets you apart and makes your profile unique. Now, to figure out your value proposition, ask yourself 3 simple questions. So how have I helped companies I've worked for? What results has my work driven for them? And how is my approach different from others? Now, once you have your answers, put them together into a single sentence that starts with helped and then list your biggest achievements. So for example, social media manager helping increase follower count by 50% within 6 months. Now this sentence not only shows us what they do, but it also shows how you add value and why someone should be interested in you. Now when it comes to writing your headline, there's no one size fits all formula. Different coaches have different approaches and it really depends on what works best for your industry and your goals. Now let's go through the most common and most popular formulas out there. So as mentioned, the LinkedIn default is job title at company. Now in fairness, I actually prefer this over something like innovative thought leader driving dynamic change. So the pros of this are that it's simple and it's clear, and I've said it before, don't be clever, just be clear. And as for the cons, well, that's obvious. It's the LinkedIn default, which means you'll blend in with everyone else. Now next up is one that I often see, and it's probably one of the most popular LinkedIn headline formulas. Now I guess you could label this as the XYZ formula, because put simply, you use your headline to say, I help X accomplish Y using Z. This is where X is your target type of company, Y is the problem that you solve, and Z is how you do it. Now, I feel that this can work well if you're a service provider or a consultant, or if you're someone who's really active with comments on the platform. Now, I say this because just like your profile picture, your headline is displayed every time you comment on another user's post. So just think about that. If you're commenting 5, 10, or 20 posts every day, that's up to 100 instances where your profile picture and XYZ value statement is going to be seen by others in your feed per week. So like I say, this can be very useful if you're a consultant and do lots of networking or business development. But for most job seekers, I wouldn't say it's the best option. Now, mainly because this formula lacks a specific job title. Now, a better variation of this would be to list your job title before stating the types of companies that you help, what you help them with, and how. So that might read something like Digital Marketing Manager helping e-commerce brands achieve increased online visibility and conversions by implementing targeted SEO through paid advertising campaigns. So in terms of the formula, it's job title, helping target companies achieve results by action. Now, the benefits of this is that you've got your job title in there, because remember, we want to be thinking about recruiters looking for us in the same way that we all use Google search or whatever search engine you use, of course. It's also focused on the value you provide to a specific type of employer you're targeting, so certainly better than the default setting. Now the downside, well, it's still a bit generic if you don't get specific enough with the results. Now next up is my personal favourite for job seekers by far. Now I encourage 80 to 90% of my clients to follow this formula, which is as follows. So first you list the job title, then your years of experience in the target sector. Now list 2 to 3 high priority keywords or areas of expertise, and wrap that all up with your value proposition. So target job title, years of experience in target sector, and 3 high priority keywords and a value proposition. Now the downside of this is that it takes more thought and effort to put together, but it's worth it for the results. So let's break down why I prefer this formula. Okay, so it starts with your job title or target job title, which, surprise, surprise, is exactly what recruiters are going to enter into the LinkedIn search bar when looking to fill their requirements. Also, when they visit your profile, you're not leaving them guessing. If you're a software engineer, say software engineer. And if you're an IT manager, say IT manager. Now, of course, if you're a project manager, you should also indicate what niche. So if you're an IT project manager, a construction project manager, or maybe even a clinical project manager, there's so many different types, so be clear, people, because clarity will always win. Now, next comes the number of years of experience you have in your target sector. Now, have you ever noticed that virtually every job advert lists how many years of experience the employer is looking for? Now, some employers even seem to request 2 to 3 years experience for entry-level jobs, and while none of us can do anything about that, we can make it easy for recruiters to clearly see we have the level of experience that they're looking for. Okay, so far so good. So job title tick, years of experience tick. Now next comes our 3 high priority keywords, and this is where SEO comes into play. Using industry-specific hard skill keywords ensures that your profile appears in search results when recruiters are looking for those exact terms. So think about it like this. Let's say the recruiter is looking for an IT project manager with 10 years of experience working for financial or banking institutes managing their CRM systems. Now, stage 1 for the recruiter would be to find anyone listed as an IT project manager. Now next, they probably use the LinkedIn filters to narrow things down to find those working in finance or banking. Now depending on how many results they had, they would then start adding keywords to the search bar. So they might start listing common CRM systems used by finance or banking companies. So let's say Salesforce, for example. Now this would then narrow down the search results even more. And they then keep doing this, going deeper and deeper until they have their targeted shortlist of people that they can reach out to manually. And this is where you want to be, because recruiters will also cast a wider net and send out speculative emails and messages to those who loosely fit the criteria. But for now, we want to focus on being on that shortlist of people that are going to be contacted manually. Because if you're one of those individuals, you'll have the recruiters chasing you rather than you chasing them. So get specific where you can. And finally, the value proposition tells recruiters why you're different. Now, this isn't necessarily essential, as you won't find recruiters searching for these sort of things, but it's your chance to showcase your unique impact. So now it's time for you to put this all together and put it into practice. So go back to the job descriptions you pulled out earlier and scan for the top 5 to 10 keywords. These should be words that recruiters are searching for in your industry, and ask yourself the 3 questions. How have I helped my past employers? What results have I driven? And how is my approach different? Now use the answers to create a single concise sentence that highlights your unique contribution. Pick the headline formula that works best for you. Whether it's mine or another that you prefer, you make sure that it includes your job title, experience, keywords, and value proposition. Now this way your headline becomes a magnet for recruiters and hiring managers. It's what gets you found in searches, what draws people in, and what communicates your unique value in just a few words. 220 characters actually, to be precise. Now if you're job searching, you can't afford to waste it, and as always, be clear, not clever. Now of course, if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and get ready for tomorrow's episode where we'll dive into the About section of your LinkedIn profile. I'll see you there.